Thank you. Protect the seat.
This is why we keep towels in the car. We just had a dinghy, and it's pouring. Pouring rain outside. And we're soaked. We gotta go get Chris. We gotta take Carter to a soccer game where it's not raining. But this is the life of boat life. We dinghied it takes about 6 minutes in the dinghy. And it didn't rain. Look at Carter, he's drenched. It didn't rain. The first, like 200 yards, it didn't rain. It wasn't until we got through the cut, it started raining. Still raining, but it's not what it was.
We just got a fin. Dad, how does the fin help us get up on plane?
So the fin that I put on the back of the boat acts like a wing underwater, the way shape of it. But they call it a dolphin's tail because it looks like the tail of a dolphin. But it's shaped so that it creates lift. So it lifts the back of the boat out of the water. Helps you get up on plane faster.
Like the way a wing would help make lift in the air?
You got it. We just got back to our boat last night. First time we've ever done this, but we left the boat on anchor for 2 nights unattended, which is kind of nerve-wracking. And the reason it's nerve-wracking for us is actually demonstrated in this boat right over here. That blue sport fish last night was way out in front of us, moored up to what looked like a homemade mooring. And it's been out there since we've been here, right? We had some pretty gusty winds last night, woke up this morning. It's now over there, and I'm pretty sure that sailboat is unattended as well. So I don't know, so hopefully somebody will come out today and move it back to where it needs to be. I'm not sure how it got wrapped up there or how it ended up sitting there, but that's one of our biggest concerns when we leave a boat on anchor, is that something like that would happen. It's kind of interesting in the boat life, everything's fine until it's not, and it goes from being fine to not like that. I mean, that could be as simple as the wind caused the anchor to come loose, or he could have chafed a line, or any number of things could have caused that to happen. Had someone been on board and paying attention, they might have been able to do something about that. I'm not sure who this boat is coming up here, but maybe that's the owners, maybe somebody is going to come and move it. But life on anchor, stuff like that happens. Hey, bud. I don't know if he owns that boat or a different boat, or just a good Samaritan.
The sport fisher is still dragging. Oh no. Yeah, it's still dragging. Like right now.
Yeah, it's right next to a different sailboat.
Well, it was in front of that other sailboat, and now it's almost behind it.
What? We have a mantis anchor so we don't drag, and the importance of not dragging is so it doesn't reach the mangroves and everything doesn't just fall and get destroyed and beat up by the waves.
Yeah.
Hopefully that guy doesn't drag.
This is one of the concerns when you're in an anchorage with other boats. You don't just have to worry about your own boat dragging, you also have to worry about other boats dragging into you.
Welcome to this week's Talking From Your Aft. It is
No, they're not talking from their aft.
We're talking
from our aft.
It is extremely windy and wavy today. There's been boats that have drug in our anchorage, so some sorry if it's a little rocky. So we were going to talk about what project's next for us. What are we working on?
Kind of what has our future plans a little bit too.
Future plans, maybe. I mean,
the future plans are actually pretty simple. We're going to be in the Florida Keys probably for the next year or so.
I still want to take a trip.
I think we may be able to cut away and do a 3-week to 6-week kind of excursion, maybe to the Bahamas and back, or Dry Tortugas and back, or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, just to be real honest with everyone, the biggest thing is the COVID restrictions for the unvaccinated. We're not vaccinated. We're not going to get vaccinated, and so it's really restricted where we can go and what we can do. On top of that is the money thing.
The cost. It's very cost prohibitive right now to get in and out, and the quarantines and the requirements.
Well, they're just flat out won't let you in right now.
Yeah, so there's just a lot of unknowns. So
we're just going to wait for the world to calm down.
Yep. We haven't changed our dreams, but, you know, we also hear from people, why would you go anywhere else in the Caribbean? The Bahamas are the most beautiful place in the world, so we're not sad about that, and we've got a lot left in the Bahamas to explore that we haven't seen. So we'll do that this spring, and then back to the Keys, work some more, and then kind of go from there.
While we're in this time of working and saving up so we can go take our cruising, do our cruising, we're going to work on some boat projects. We'll try and get some of those out and film some stuff, so we still got some good content for you all. The quickest thing, or the first thing on our list, is going to be solar.
We are doing it.
Yeah, we've
doing it.
Talked to multiple cruisers and some other channels that we know, as well as just some solar panel sellers and system distributors. And we'll go through that in a little more detail in a video. But I think we've decided what we're going to get. It's just a matter of now the biggest thing is ordering it, waiting for it, or going to get it, because we'll probably have to drive up to Fort Lauderdale to pick it up.
Yeah.
And then I got to fabricate some stuff on the boat to make it fit and secure it to the boat.
So to give you a little insight into our thought process of why we didn't get solar earlier and why are we getting it now. We never got it earlier because it's very cost prohibitive.
It's going to cost us probably about $4,000.
I mean, that's not that much in the long scheme of everything else we've invested in the boat, but everything works fine in the boat, so it just adds to our redundancy, which we always talk about redundancy.
If you recall, we were stuck in one spot in the Bahamas. Our bad weather day was kind of forced because we had some systems failing. We had to get them fixed. Had we had solar in that instance, we wouldn't have had to go out in those conditions, and we could have stayed put.
We would have stayed in Staniel.
And so it allows us to have that redundancy, as well as it'll allow us to run our generator much less.
Yeah.
We think instead of running it once a day, we'll be able to run it maybe once a week, just to make water and what's the other thing?
Air conditioners. Carter always loves to say air conditioner.
Yeah, air conditioners isn't as big a deal in the winter time. Summertime, it's a little more.
In the winter, I just need my fan on.
So
I'm freezing.
Somebody asked us the other day, what's your plan B if your generator quit working? And that's what really got me thinking is I literally have no plan B. So
we're living on anchor right now, and we have to run the generator, charge batteries at the moment.
Yep.
And then once a week we got to make water, and if we want to have a hot shower, we got to turn the generator on to heat water.
Yeah. So if our generator broke, though.
Yeah. Right now we would have to go to Marina, and for our boat, a Marina is $1,500 to $1,800 a month.
With the marinas we like, with what's currently available,
it's more like $2,500
a month.
Yeah.
So therefore, solar would make up the cost in 2 months. So that's our only plan B right now is a marina. So that's why
we replace the generator or fix it depending on what may be broken.
Right.
But long term, if we want to continue cruising and doing this lifestyle, so it makes sense to invest in solar.
Yep. So that's what we're doing. If you know anyone who has solar panels just laying around, or if you want to give them to us, please reach out to us because we're not excited about this big investment, but that's our next project, and just pray that the wind dies down so that we have some nice weather days to install it.
Not just that. When it's windy out like this, I can't work.
Right.
So
Chris hasn't worked in like a week because nobody goes out snorkeling and diving and snuba
in nasty weather.
in this bad weather.
And it's gorgeous out. If you're on land in the Florida Keys, it's gorgeous right now. It's a nice breeze. You love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not fun on the water.
No.
Anyway, guys, we're hope you guys enjoyed this week's edition of Talking from Our Aft. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any further questions you might like us to cover on this segment of our upcoming videos. And we just really appreciate all your support and everyone watching. So, what do we always say, Carter? Remember,
Enjoy the journey.
Hallelujah! It stopped raining the moment we got to the boat.
Why is that?
Because when it rains, it only rains long enough for you to close your hatches.